So, dear Dhamma practitioners, this is our ongoing meditation session. So, let me get connected to our other network and we ready to start the session for today. So, normally we do our session 8 p.m. in Los Angeles time, but today we had some other activities. Okay, so dear Dhamma practitioners, be comfortable yourself and relax your body. And keep your back straight, neck straight in one line, and your right palm on your left. So gently close your eyes and bring your attention to this bell sound. And while you're focusing to the sound, mentally relax your body, relax your mind, and relax your breathing with your thoughts. So do nothing extra. So in case if you can't hear the bell sound, just be relaxed and let the body to settle down and focus to the silence. Namo tassa bhagavato arahato samma sambuddhassa. Namo tassa bhagavato arahato samma sambuddhassa. Namo tassa bhagavato arahato samma sambuddhassa. Homage to the Blessed One, the Exalted One, the fully enlightened One. So, dear Dhamma practitioners, we are living now exactly kind of like a middle of this 2025. And when it comes to our life, we reward ourselves like this is the era that we experience the highest with the informations, technology, science, and at the same time with the human abilities and consciousness. So recently, they built a telescope can capture the most far away the galaxies, the stars around us. And I think like 2 days ago, they published that all the pictures they took. So people are capable to reach to more far away things and start to observe. And at the same time, we are in a kind of like a life having experience. Our ancestors used to have the bow and arrow, and they used to fight with stones, piece of wood. And now we came to ballistic missiles, nuclear weapons. So if you look around, the science and technology, everything developed to certain level. But when it comes to our human mind, we can see there is no such a development like that inside us. As human beings, we always go with the great hatred and the delusion. And day by day, we take kind of like the very ignorance decisions from ordinary person to the leaders. And when we look at around us, we see day by day, we create kind of like turbulence. And we create kind of like a fear, unsatisfaction. There is an unsatisfaction, there is insecurity, there is uncertainty itself in the world. But the misery is we are developing it and we are empower it more and more and more than any other time. It is unnecessary. So we create unnecessary difficulties, we create unnecessary troubles, we create unnecessary fear ourselves. So when it comes to world, we have enough wisdom, understanding, knowledge, capabilities. But still, why people behave like this? Because when it comes to wisdom, it says, if you have more informations, it will help you to reach to the best wisdom or gain the highest truth. So we are living in the information world. We have enough informations to find what is the right thing. But still, why, as ordinary people, we are not capable to reach to that level? So that is where the Buddhism, the Buddha's teaching play a bigger role. That is why it is important for you to practice and take care of yourself and develop some spiritual foundation yourself. Because as ordinary people, we put our trust on this outside world with the machines and technology. We go behind it, our faith, our confidence, our trust, that everything we offered to these machines, technology. But we can see out of this all as feedback, we cannot get our security, comfort, satisfaction, and our happiness. So then, according to the Buddha's teaching, what the Buddha mentioned, always remember yourself. To gain the happiness, finding your security, it never going to come from outside. It always come as a result of your inner development. So that's why it is important for yourself to to you and see what you develop inside you. So when it comes to Buddhism, it's basically give us the understanding regarding the mechanism of the mind. Our ultimate goal is finding the liberation or the Nibbana, and how we can go towards that, not to deal with the outside world, but to develop our inside, purify our own mind. So why we have to purify our mind? As ordinary people, we all are having our own kind of like a world, belief system. That's why people are different. That's why sometimes you may think, why as ordinary people, in this 2025, in the middle of this year, why we cannot come to a table and discuss and get the best options regarding the situations that we go through? Because most of the problems are not new when it comes to the world. The most of the problems that we carry, it's older than us. The very ancient problems, difficulties, we carry within us. We got it from our ancestors, our forefathers, grandparents, parents, through our culture, tradition, and sometimes from our religions. And then we carry it, we empower it, and then by the time what we're going to do, when we die, we're going to give it to our next generation. So they're going to carry it. So how this link happen? From where this, all the miserable things come behind us, and how we keep doing it, maintain it, and why it going to go to the next generation? Why we cannot end this all? So when it comes to the very mechanism of the mind behave in a certain way. So there are certain tendencies, cankers, mental formations that we hold it to ourselves. We keep maintaining. In Dharma, it called anusaya. There are 7 kind of anusayas. That is why the world is different. That's why people are different. Because of these 7 anusayas. There are many other reasons, but today we're going to look into this. This is the one reason. When one person says something, another person completely believes opposite side of it. When one person says this is right, another person says that is wrong. When one person says I like this, another person says I hate this. How this behavior happens? If we came out of the same source, same power, we cannot be so different like that. If we came out of the Creator, if we all came out of the same Creator, we cannot be different. So that's why, according to the Buddha's teaching, it's mentioned these anusayas are the roots that bound us to this world. These anusayas are the very key reasons the world or the people behave like this. If the person start to clean, so practicing means, when you become a spiritual means what? You are slowly reduce the power of these anusayas or tendencies. Because basically, these tendencies always under your mind, and your thoughts, your ideas, your behaviors influenced by these tendencies. So if you are capable to purify your mind, mean you are reducing the power of these tendencies. So that's why we develop the ethical conduct, which we call the sila. It helps us to reduce the power of these tendencies, basically within ourselves. Another one is concentration and meditation, samadhi. And another one called the wisdom, insight knowledge, or the vipassana knowledge, or that go beyond this conventional understanding. So if you develop this kind of spiritual practice, what happens? These tendencies become weaker. This improfitable behavior become weaker, and then you are capable to develop profitable lifestyle. So this tendencies has a nature, it has a kind of like a character, behavior. It under the mind, it kind of like in a certain level in a sleeping mood. So some tendencies from the beginning, it need the strength, the power from the outside to ignite. So it's kind of like a sleeping snake. When the outside contact disturb it awake. It's like the mud under the water. Like when it come to a well or lake, maybe the surface level, the water is look like very clear, but under the lake, it's muddy. So nothing wrong about it. But the thing is, you have to understand this nature. Our mind the same. On the surface level, maybe it look like we are okay. But under this mind, there are a lot of mud. So sometimes when the outside things get contact, what happens? It is start to ignite. And so the one level, the anusaya, in kind of like a sleeping mode, and then another called the pariuttana is manifesting. First the contacts arise, and out of that contact, we awake, and then we start to manifest. And then what happens? Vitikkama, then we, with our bodily, verbally, mentally actions, is start to move forward, go out. So that is the very nature of the mind. So if you are disciplined yourself, that's why the sila, ethical conduct help us to reduce the power of this contact with the outside, and it will help us to guard our inner mind, not too much influenced by the outside world. So this spiritual practice will help us to deeply change our inner character. And at the same time, you have to know yourself, there are 7 anusayas that we hold, we clinging, we are maintaining. And by the time those can awake in many different ways. So what are those 7 anusayas? So the one is kamaraga, sensual desires. Next one called the patiga, or the ill will. And the third one called ditti, view. Fourth one called vichikicha, doubt. And the fifth one called mana, conceit. Sixth called bhava, raga, desire for existence. Seventh one called avidya, or the ignorance. So these seven anusayas, or the tendencies, are the one of major reason that people become different and the people go crazy and people do many improfitable things. And it doesn't matter whoever, sometimes that person can become a kind of like a leader, or even that person can become kind of like a beggar. But still, these tendencies, these anusayas, are the key point that govern their inside. So then ourselves also, we have to remember our day-to-day behavior can change because of these seven anusayas. So the first one, kamaraga, sensual desire to find, looking for satisfaction, to maintain our eye, ear, nose, tongue, body, mind. With the self-centered mind looking for satisfaction always, go behind things, can make our life so crazy. And if you look, people from morning to night, and they keep running this life looking for this satisfaction. And it's kind of like it creates an endless journey. And at the same time, that nature create our life is kind of like a volcano. It's always the fire inside, burning, burning, burning. And if you look very carefully, that's make the world like this. One reason. And when we have too much sensual desires, and another one going to be there, come join together, that is ill will. We go against things, and it's kind of like a deep-seated tendency towards anger, aversion, irritation, resistance. So, if we look at the world today, see how the people behave. This is one reason, this ill will. Because this tendency we maintain in many ways through the culture, through the tradition, through the believing system. We always nourish, empower this ill will. Another one is the ditti, the view. Look at the world, our own viewpoint. Take us to different path. And we believe that our view is the right, and it should be followed by the others. It should be accepted by others. When two different views come together, we're not going to accept each other. We're going to fight each other. Because of the view, it creates the war. Look at everywhere. The war is one of the ancient thing, and everybody, all the people know about the war, and it has a long history. And more than any other thing, people suffered because of the war. Of course, we went through natural disasters, animals attack like mosquitoes. It kind of like killed million peoples. and disease. Those are kind of like reasons that we used to fight, but at the same time, people, each other, because of the different views, because of the different ideas, they kill each other more than any other things. People died because of they carried another view. So that is another thing that this turbulence happens. And the vichikicha, the doubt about our own path, about what we believe, about our practice, about our future, about our past, and can create some kind of turbulence, uncertainty, fear. So that also one reason. Another one is the mana, conceit. So that also one of the biggest reason nowadays the people go crazy. It's kind of like a pride, comparing oneself to others, and always think, I am better than you, you are lower than me. So this conceit, with the self-centered mind, with the self-centered idea, people try to overtake other people. Not the animal, not the nature. No, we have big problem with our own pride. We try to maintain it. We try to develop it, our pride. Because of that, we go against humanity. We born as human, we raise as human, we protect like this because we are human, but still, once we come to a certain level, we go against humanity. That is the danger with the pride. So when we look at the world, so always everybody, every country, every leader, every religion is kind of like a try to become better. Oh, I am better than this. My one is better than yours. So kind of that create this turbulence. Another one is the sixth one, bhavaraga, desire for existence, craving continued the continued existence or becoming, the cravingness. There is a deeper rooted, strong cravingness inside us to become. And that create unwholesome actions. That leads us to do many unprofitable things. And the next one, the seventh one, is called the avidya, or the ignorance. Fundamentally, lack of understanding the true nature of reality. We think that what we experience, these feelings as reality, but there is something beyond that. Most of people cannot understand it, or there are not that much people addressed to that level. So because of that, what we see, hear, smell, taste, on the surface level, we think that is reality and we go crazy for that. We try to overcome it, overtake it. But beyond that, there is another reality. Impermanence, unsatisfactory nature, selflessness. But people cannot grab that much. Why? Because we are mesmerized from this outside surface level of experience. So these seven tendencies, sensual desire, ill will, view, doubt, conceit, and desirable existence, ignorance, those are interconnected. It's like a network. Connect each other, help each other, like organs. See, the heart, lungs, liver, kidney, even though they have a different character, when one organ failure, it affects for other organs to fail. So that means that even though it has a different character, each and every organ interconnected and depending slowly. So kind of like that. These all 7 tendencies bound together, work together. And because of that, what happens? The people become so different. So just imagine how how they compose the music. Several keys and different music. Every day, new rhythm you can compose. So like that, these 7 tendencies has ability to compose completely different rhythm, different person, different mindset. So you think something is right, and then I think something is right, another person think another thing is right. So this is the nature of these tendencies. So through practicing meditation, what happens? You are capable to let this tendency to settle down rather than make it use. Let it go down. So that is what the tranquility state. And then deeply in the vipassana level, you are capable to uproot this, completely eradicate. But for that, in the first level, you have to have ethical conduct. You have to practice sila. You have to be disciplined with your eye, ear, nose, tongue, body, mind. You have to be disciplined with your bodily, verbally, mentally actions. And from that point, you have to develop the tranquility state and concentration, meditation, because that is where you can see this. And then deeply, with the insight meditation, you are capable to recognize how this effect for your life, how it be developed, how it influenced by your own bodily, verbally, mentally action. So once you can see it, you are capable to uproot this. So that's why, remember yourself, there is no one to do it for you. It is your own responsibility. So then, don't settle down with this conventional level of outside world, because it's always can change it to any situation. So whenever you have opportunity, try to practice yourself, and purify your own inner behavior. Develop your spiritual practice. It will help you to find more better path for you to move forward. And finally, it will take you to the gateway to experience the ultimate bliss of freedom or the Nibbana. So with that, let's get into practice a little bit now. So your right palm on your left and neck head straight in one line, and be comfortable with your posture. So scan head to toes yourself. and mentally recite, may I be well and happy, O Supatveva, 3 times. Take a moment and think. We gathered here in this moment to practice this ancient meditation technique. All the Buddhas, all the enlightened masters followed this path and achieved wisdom. So we also gathered here to accumulate that knowledge. In this moment with this sitting, may my body become more comfortable, may my breath be more smooth, may no difficulties come to me, may all the success come to me. Also think for a moment, this is the last moment we are spending in this very lifetime, and detach your mind from all your past memories and as well as any kind of future thoughts. Just try to remain in the present moment, observing the sensation of your inhalation and exhalation. So if your mind go here and there, bring it back again and again. Just try to settle down with the breathing. Do nothing extra. In the beginning, deeply and gently, breathe in, breathe out 3 times and find the sensation, please. And allow your inhalations, exhalations happen itself. Bring attention to your body, please. Observe your posture. We cultivate loving kindness and compassion in our heart and radiate it as a light through entire your compound, village, city, state, country, world, around this universe. Also as far as you can through galaxies, other planets, stars. Reminding yourself like this. With clear intention, mentally repeat after me. May all living beings in this universe be well and happy. May everyone be happy and safe. And may their hearts be filled with joy. May all living beings live in security and in peace. Beings who are frail or strong, tall or short, big or small, visible or not visible, near or far away, already born or yet to be born. May all of them dwell in perfect tranquility. Let no one do harm to anyone. Let no one put the life of anyone in danger. Let no one out of anger or ill will wish anyone any harm. Expand the loving kindness and compassion beginning from your heart. Forward. Visualize yourself and send it as a light. To your backside. To your left side. And to your right side. Downward. And upward. To all six directions at once, like the moon, the sun, spread the light, spread the energy without any condition, without any limitation, without any resistance or without any judgment. Let your heart to shine with the loving kindness and compassion from the bottom of it, with the maximum effort to the highest, wishing yourself, may all living beings in this universe be well and happy. This is sadhu, sadhu, sadhu. So first of all, we offer this practice to the great qualities of the Buddha, Dhamma and the Sangha. Also by the power of this meritorious deed, may all of us attain to the supreme bliss of Nibbana. May all your guardian angels and deities will receive these merits and increase their longevity and protect all of you from any kind of planetary influences or any ill effects. Ittavata cha mihi sampadam punya sampadam sabbe deva anumodantu sabba sampatti siddhya. Sabbe bhuta anumodantu sabba sampatti siddhya. Sabbe satta anumodantu sabba sampatti siddhya. Imaya dhamma anudhamma patipattiya buddhang pujemi dhammang pujemi sanghang pujemi. Addaya imaya patipattiya jati jara vyadhi maranam ha paribunjissami. Idam me punya kammang asavakkaya vahang hotu sabba dukkha pamuncatu. Bless you.